Good evening, class. This is my week 5 discussion. For the first question, I have, how are the theories similar and different? Similarities I found between solution-focused therapy and narrative therapy are both address listening to the client's problems and facilitate their individual exploration without diagnosing them. Each believe that the client is the expert of their life when it comes to what he or she wants in life. A difference I had found was that in that solution-focused therapy does not dive into the history of the problems created. Rather, it seeks to answer the present day and future, looks for those answers. For the second question, what are some strengths and limitations of each theory? Strength for solution-focused training is that it is grounded in positive psychology and focuses on client strengths and competencies, and it deflects clients' weaknesses. The therapist does this by finding the things that are working for the client and having them apply the same healthy principles to their life. A narrative therapy strength would be that it helps build and bring self-awareness to the client by asking questions that bring viable solutions. In doing so, this builds awareness and personal responsibility of the client, enabling future success. Limitations for solution-focused training. Little attention is given to the diagnosis, history taking, or exploring the emergence of the problem. A limitation for narrative therapy is that it is more dependent on the therapist's attitude or perspective than a technique. In the practice of narrative therapy, there is no recipe or set agenda and no formula that the therapist can follow for a positive result. The third question is, what are some ways that the theory is compatible and incompatible with Christian concepts? So for solution-focused and narrative therapy, both are compatible with Christian principles in that clients and families have the freedom to choose their current solution or to rewrite the narrative of their life with their choices. As Joshua 24:15 reminds us that we have a choice to make in whether and where we live and who we choose to be our gods. For both therapies, they are also incompatible with Christian principles in that they do not adequately address the sin of the past and are not focused towards accepting forgiveness of Jesus Christ and living a transformational life for Christ. For the fourth question, based on each theory's concept of psychopathology, discuss any limitations as far as creating measurable outcomes for clients. A limitation for creating a measurable outcome for a client using narrative therapy is that a practitioner needs to be careful of not being judgmental and to help the client modify their painful beliefs or values and interpretations as the clients create meaning and new possibilities for the stories they share. A limitation for creating a measurable outcome for solution-focused therapy is that a therapist needs to be cautious in boxing in a client into a static identity through their conversation and also through helping them in the evolution of the therapeutic relationship. Thanks for listening, class. Hope you all have a great night.